I think to start off this video, I'm gonna ask just a very simple question. This is for any fellow artists out there, but what got you into art? I mean, what specifically inspired you? Perhaps your inspiration was from a real life person, perhaps it was from an art piece, perhaps it was even from like an anime. And for myself, yeah, it was anime. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Whatever your inspiration was, I think a lot of artists who are beginners, including myself, have this unrealistic expectation to learn everything extremely quickly. But I think the first obstacle that occurs with a lot of artists is where to simply start. This is something I had a lot of trouble with because there's so many variables to take at hand of what to learn first. Thankfully, we're able to use the internet and there's so many art tutorials out there that help a lot of people, including myself. But even then, there are troubles that do arise along the way. For instance, a lot of people starting out don't really go over the fundamentals, and they may not even know them. This is especially the case if the individual began at a very early age. Not learning the fundamentals is something that's going to catch up with you if you do ignore it. This is the case because it doesn't matter if you know what is a good art piece. It matters if you know how to make a good art piece. I mean, you can't just wing these kind of things. You have to understand what is going on along the process. Over time, you're going to have higher expectations of your work, and that's completely fine. In fact, that's actually a really good thing. If you think your artwork is perfect right now, then you're never going to improve. Okay, if you don't deliver upon your expectations of your work, oftentimes you're going to be frustrated. Eventually, you're going to stumble upon the fundamentals and seeking to improve your work. And when you have trouble implementing all the new material you're trying to learn, it's going to feel like you wasted your entire time on whatever stuff you were learning beforehand. For example, I wanted to improve my figure drawings, so as a result, I needed to learn construction, form, and gesture. And when in the middle of learning all this stuff, you tend to look at your older drawings sort of in vain, as if like it was a waste of time. If you knew better at the time, you would have had a better drawing. In addition, throughout the learning process, you're going to feel like you're never going to improve. There's like this invisible force stopping you from progressing. Drawing may seem like a pain now. It may seem boring. You begin to question, why did I even do this in the first place if I'm not going to get anywhere and I'm not having fun anymore? Perhaps a question will arise in your mind, should I quit? Maybe this just isn't my thing. You may even think that others who are successful within the art field didn't have to overcome such challenges along the way. No, you don't quit, and you continue to persevere and bite the bullet, hoping that if you're good, you'll be happy with your work and enjoy the process of drawing. Finally, the day comes and you get that, what I like to call, aha moment. While you haven't perfected what you were learning, you understand it now. Yes, all that hard work has finally paid off, and now you understand that one skill. But keyword, one skill. After this honeymoon phase ends, the cycle simply repeats itself. When I came to this realization recently, I just kind of thought to myself, so every time I want to improve, I'm gonna have to suffer along the way? And then the thought kind of settled upon me. I kind of need, or at the very least, I suppose, trick myself into having fun, just to enjoy the process. Look, in art, you never stop learning. That is just the worst thing to happen. If you stop learning, you'll never improve your work. 9 times out of 10, you learn from your failures, and this could be applied to almost anything in life. If you look back at your artworks, or even your current artworks, in vain, please don't do that. These are the failures that lead you to your successes. They're stepping stones, if you will. You have to embrace this cycle. Why should you embrace the cycle? Well, for obvious reasons, you're going to burn out eventually if you just suffer along. You're not going to find any value in what you're doing. In addition, having a good mentality also brought a lot of benefits to my work. Recently, I've been enjoying drawing more. I feel like I'm improving at a much better rate now. And overall, I've just been more confident about my art, the way I present it to other people. I'm more positive about it. From my recent experiences, I'll give you guys some advice. Just have fun. Yes, I know, it's extremely generic, very cliche, but It's true. Trust me, I understand how hearing this could make your eyes roll. I would always roll my eyes when I heard this from other people online. This was something I saw in almost every single tutorial that I've ever watched. I know this is much easier said than done though. And to be 100% frank, there will be days where art just can't be fun, especially if you're going to be pursuing it as a career. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know, you can't be happy every day with a specific thing. That just wouldn't be natural. As long as you're positive for the majority of the time, then that's really all you need to be successful. This harkens back to my original question earlier in the video. Why did you pursue art? Or really anything for that matter. Yeah, like I mentioned before, there's a lot of inspirations. I mean, anime got me into art, but what really makes you pursue something? What makes you stay in the ring and not tap out? The answer is very simple. It's simply enjoying what you do. Frankly, I'm glad I was able to learn this lesson somewhat early within my art career. Otherwise, I don't think I would have continued art, and that's really sad to think about. Alright guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. I humbly appreciate it. If you learned something from this, then great. If not, then you could write me off in the comments section. Have an awesome day.